live on Twitch, live on YouTube. Let's go! I'm Ken Dizzle, the Black British Cyclist. Been riding here for about 15 minutes. We're dual streaming, live on Twitch, also live on YouTube. For those that know me, I like to cycle indoors and outdoors. It's the autumn winter season now, so we're indoors. Turbo trainers are all charged up, dusted off. We are getting winter fit. Dark evenings and lots of rain here in the UK. So I like to ride lots of chats and banter as I'm doing so. Any talks about cycling, getting started on turbo trainers, how to Zwift, fitness tips, general banter, and of course questions from the chat. So wherever you're from, whatever you like to do, I'm a channel about sharing, promoting anything about cycling, so say hi. If you're here for the first time, we want to hear about what brings you to the stream, what motivates you, what bike are you riding? Are you on a turbo trainer? Do you have any plans for the new year? There's so many questions. Let's get going on. Oh, so many topics. So I'm normally live at 5, Mondays and Thursdays. And usually I jump on a group ride. We're doing like a training plan. Well, I'll have some sort of specific topic that I'm talking about. But on the weekends, it's like a bonus. Either do a long ride, or I'm grinding it out, Roam 2, Zone 2, Roam 2. And just enjoying everything cycling. Let's go! Oh, I love it. So I've got two fans, fan in front, fan to the side. I don't mean I've only got 2 supporters. I'm sure I've got more than that. If you aren't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button. We thank you for it. I say we, but just one of me, but you know, talking the third person and all that. Yeah! So we do, and if you are already subscribed, thank you, appreciate it. Being subscribed, you will get notifications letting you know when I've posted a new video or when I'm live. I do largely stick to my schedule, but sometimes I might jump on for a random surprise stream, just like today. And anything I talk about in these live streams, I do clip into shorter videos and shorts, promoting everything positive about getting fit. It doesn't matter like if you're Gavin Thomas, you've never ridden a bike before, you've still got stabilisers, you can only do 1 kilometre, it doesn't really matter. As long as you get on there, do something, give it your best, no one can fault you at that. And if I can help you get motivated, stay motivated, give you something to work towards, I'm a happy person. All good, all good. Let's do a ride on some of these riders here. Nice pace, nothing too taxing for a Saturday afternoon. 27.5 kilometres left to go. Right, I can think about making sure that my body position is good. I know that I don't always have the best body position, a little bit stiff, hunched over. It doesn't matter so much when you are indoor cycling, but it's maybe good to not develop too many bad habits. bit of a pull. So I'll probably be riding today for about an hour. If you'd like to guess how many calories you think I will burn in this hour, pop something in the comments. The prize you see me won, the prizes are kudos, BBC points. Spend them on anything your imagination can conjure up. Right, so that's my minute. Taking this pull for a bit. Gonna drop off a bit. Minute pull. Feeling strong, feeling strong. 26 kilometers to go. Let's give some ride-ons. Showing support to everyone else who's on the course today. Now I let this guy take the lead for a bit. Thank you for everyone who's tuned in today. Much appreciated. I'm Ken Dizzle, the Black British Cyclist. I'm usually here Mondays and Thursdays, live at 5 GMT. And I just ride Zwift. Sometimes I work out, sometimes I race. Okay, rarely it's a race. Sometimes zone 2, sometimes I'm working hard. But as I go around, I like to chat, share my experiences, give you tips about what this game is, how to use it, how to get started, some tips on equipment. Yeah, just keep it positive. I'm just really obsessed in cycling. So if I'm not doing indoor cycling, you will catch me outside, riding local trails, roads, mountain bike trails. I'm just trying to put a positive spin on cycling. I also collect old bikes, old kids' bikes, clean them up and give them out to anyone who wants a bike. It's just my thing. So thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions, pop them in the chat. Keep positive, let's go. We are riding this route. It's a group ride off the maps, that's why we all wear the same jerseys and bib shorts. Some people race it, breeze through, trying to get first place across the post. Whereas others, just happy to ride with a group of strangers. We're doing a leisurely, mostly zone 2 ride here. You can see my watts are about 150 watts. And this is just nice endurance. Perfect conditions. It is dank, grey, dreary and wet outside in North Warwickshire, where I am at the moment in the UK. But it's always perfect on Zwift. So the route we're riding around London. So it is like a near replica of the London streets. Some of it's obviously shortened, but it's pretty spot on. How are you doing? Old Foxtrot. Hola. Welcome, thanks for joining. Always interesting what brings you to the stream. Did you just randomly spot the live? Thought, what's going on here? Let's check this out. Or do you have an interest in cycling? Are you a Zwift newbie? Well, welcome. This next month is my 5th year anniversary on Zwift. Found it during lockdown and I've been hooked ever since. So as a newbie, what equipment are you currently using? You want a direct drive turbo trainer or a wheel on? Or do you have a all-in-one bike like the Wahoo bike or the Zwift bike? One thing I do like about Zwift is, doesn't matter what type of bike you're using, it's pretty accessible to anyone using pretty much most setups. When I first started it, I only had my mountain bike, so I connected my mountain bike to this turbo trainer. The Zwift ride, it's a nice choice. All in one. The Zwift hub connected, not the dedicated ride. So you're loving it. That is so nice to hear. I like it when I come across new people on Zwift because it reminds me of when I first started. When I started searching the internet, trying to find some tips on how to get started, what to do, what cassette to use. You've done this route already. Awesome. What level are you on so far? And then obviously I was on Twitch as well. And the thing about Twitch was we've got a brilliant Zwift community over on Twitch. So we do share and learn lots of things. Oh, this one broke here. Oh, okay. So hopefully you was able to fuel well. I always make sure that I fuel before to make sure that I've had some food in me to fuel the ride that I'm doing. This one should be about an hour, maybe just over. Have your water. And you might need a little bit of in-bike or in-ride fueling as well. Maybe some gels, a few spoons of sugar in with your water bottle. Level 6, oh, okay, doing well. Yeah, just keep riding and enjoying it. So, we all do get a Powerup. I'm going for Aero Aero, oh, it's a feather. So we've got the feather power up. That's going to make you lighter for 15 seconds. Perfect to use on a hill. Make that riding a little bit easier. So level 6, properly new. So when I first started, the one bike I wanted was the Canyon Aero. And I think you had to get to level 10 or 12 until you could unlock that. So I just kept riding. Then I could upgrade to a better bike. Personalised it a bit. And just enjoyed it, yeah, just tried to explore, as I'm sure you're doing the same now. This is brilliant, love it. So, I guess you're recovering from Thursday's ride. I like to, when I'm at my peak, I can be riding 5 days a week. Kind of a few rest days spread in between. I'd normally do no more than 2 days riding back to back. Longer rides on the weekends. Couple of workouts. And of course I've gone up Alpen Zwift loads of times. That's that massive mountain, it's like 1,000 metres of elevation. So it's nicely light here, relatively flat percentage. Not top right of the screen, you can see that little percentage figure. It's just changed to -1. The gradient is going downhill. So up Foxtrot 14 did the climb of the week. Yeah, so the climb portal was a fairly new addition, maybe a year or two ago. So, and if you want to get stronger, faster, better at cycling, hills are where you make all of your gains really, or the biggest gains. So you need to ride hills if you are looking to improve. I'm just going to speed up a bit, catch this group up in front, get a bit of drafting from them. The riders that I was with are a little bit further in front. I was going to pick the climb of the week actually before doing this one, but I thought I've not been on for a few weeks. I probably need something that's relatively flat. Catch these riders up a bit. "20 kilometres left to go." But now that I'm catching up, I'm going to ease off my power so I can slot back in. Draft behind them. Not this guy's on his own. Go. Now I'm back in the draft. Don't want to overshoot. So ease off a bit. So these are probably some techniques you probably need to learn if you haven't learned already. Like drafting. So when you are riding, when you're riding a group, it means it's a little bit easier for you because you are being shielded by some of the headwinds and the resistance. So we're riding this peloton, this straight line here. Obviously, apart from the person at the front, everyone else is benefiting from some draft benefit. So what we do is we will swap, take it in turns. Someone takes a pull, someone goes in front, takes his headwind, and the others will slot behind, taking the draft benefit. So sometimes it's like an unspoken rule. You might just switch around, do 30 seconds or a minute or something similar. Does feel good though right now. I'm nicely warmed up, nice pace. My heart rate is in the low 140s. It's good. Nothing too taxing. About halfway through. When we come to another hill, I will fire off this Powerup so you can see how it works. Does feel really good though. I'm really settled in. Gonna ease up a little bit. Let these guys come in front. And let's enjoy some of the music. All the vibes. Get yourself a nice playlist when you're out riding. There's a few things that are kind of essential to making sure you've got a relaxed ride. A towel, hydration, fans, music, and of course fuel. Got all those 5 things, you're good to go. Feel the vibe, feel the flow, pick a soundtrack that's got a tempo that you want to work at. Yeah! But this is how we do it. You can join me Mondays and Thursdays live at 5. And this is Blackberry Cycling, let's go! Yes! Oh! This is the adrenaline buzz. You know when that adrenaline just kicks in. Buzz off the workout. We don't need unnatural stimulants. Just the thrill, the pump of the watts. Let yourselves go. Oh, yes. Temperature inside the Rotty's cottage right now is, I'll say that, 28.3 degrees, so quite toasty. Without these fans, I'll be cooking even more. Right, let's catch these dudes up a bit. Yeah, so, should we talk fitness? Back, what do I normally do? On a week to week. But obviously, cycling is my main thing, if you can't tell from the name. I like to ride the bike, but you can't just do one thing. You need to have a bit of variety. Mix things up, become rounded. So I like to swim. I swim about 4 or 5 days a week. Do that first thing in the morning before work. Hit the pool, do a mile. I do that in around about 37 to 38 minutes, all depending. I'm not racing, going at a constant pace, a mixture of crawl, freestyle and breaststroke. Breaststroke tends to be my recovery. I could breaststroke all day long. Crawl, not gonna lie, 100 metres and I'm tired. But you go through zones, don't you? You get tired, you don't get tired. So often I do 2 lengths crawl, so 50 metres crawl, 25 metres breaststroke, and so on. So I'm keeping like a nice constant pace. I've got my zone 2 base training conditioning, and at the same time I'm always thinking about my stroke, trying to make sure that I'm staying as streamlined as possible. I want to cut through the water, glide through it, maximising my stroke, be shadow out of the water, controlled in, extend forward, stretch as long as possible, and my other hand, my recovery stroke, is in the water before I'm doing my catch pull back again. Anyway, I've been trying to look at the technique science side of it, just so I can maximise. I mean, you can try to work harder, you know, put more effort in, brute force, but I think it's about taking what you've got, trying to slow down a bit, pause, and just think, right, with what I'm doing so far, am I maximising, getting the best out of what I've got so far? So, that's what I do swimming. You can also do that on the bike or with any of your training. If you're lifting a weight, if you're currently on 50 kilogram bench press, and you're thinking, I want to go to 55, but have you really mastered that 50? Maybe drop down to 40 or 45. Are you doing fast reps? Can you do the same 50 kilograms with half the speed? So really slow down, so you're really sort of like increasing your time under tension. That is the bit where the muscles grow. So you don't have to go like PhD level, science and technique, but understanding little adjustments that you can make, whether that's a tiny tweak to your diet, whether that's adjusting the seat on your bike, little touches. Is your position, you know, is your seat position right? Are you gripping the handlebars too much? Are you breathing well? Have you properly fueled? All of those little adjustments are going to either give you more speed, make your bike easier. Anyway, I'm not an expert, I'm just an avid enthusiast, and anything that I know that you don't, you can take that on. That can add to your knowledge, your experience, and vice versa. So this is what I do. You want to just see what my training's like, track my progress, tune in, subscribe, all that stuff. If you want to learn some tips to get started, ask away, watch any of my videos. I've got nearly 1,000 videos. If you like watching me suffer, you'll see me doing workouts weekdays, usually on a Thursday. And that's it. I think training should be fun. If you don't like it, don't do it, or do it differently. This whole cycling thing, I mean, I love cycling, but I probably wouldn't do as many hours of cycling if I weren't playing music, streaming, talking to myself or to you. You know, little things change it, but I should have really used that feather Powerup. Right, I'm gonna wait for the next hill. There's not a lot coming up, there's a big one at the end. Can you see? If you look at the top right of the screen, you can see where it climbs up. It's probably not for another 9 or so kilometres. So Zwifting's way more fun than cycling on the road. Absolutely. I mean, there is nothing exciting about how the weather looks outside. It's dark, it's raining, there's all that mud, all that spray coming up, reduced visibility. Oh, yeah, this is just perfect. And because you're at home and indoors, you can really give it 100% effort, collapse on the floor and you're already home. Don't have to save any to get back. Right, let me try this Powerup off. So the feather Powerup makes your avatar, your cyclist, lighter by 10% for about 15-20 seconds, as long as this Powerup lasts for. So when you are going up a hill, perfect time to use it. It's also going to give you a bit of energy saving as well. So great for recovery. You probably don't want to use it on a sprint or on a downhill because it's going to make you lighter. So there's that Powerup finished. 13 kilometers left to go, and I feel amazing. One of the things that keeps me motivated as I'm going through. Sometimes I'm thinking about what I'm having for dinner. So it doesn't even have to be a treat. It could just be I'm having a baked potato with like cheese and coleslaw, or maybe I'm going for a steak, or I'm going to my mum's like after this ride. And I think my mum's cooked. It's probably Saturday soup. Love it if it was like some mutton and rice. Jamaican cooking by my mum. There's nothing better than your mum's cooking. And everything that I know about cooking, I've sort of like taken what my mum's taught me, put my own twist on it. I do also have some cycling related snacks and meals. Meals about 400 calories. So if you are on a calorie restricted or calorie limited diet, maybe I can share some tips. The importance of knowing your calories. You don't have to count every calorie. You need to be aware of the sorts of foods that are high in calories, so calorie dense. And they're not necessarily bad foods. There are junk foods like crisps, for example, potato chips, pretty much just calories and carbs, so no nutritional value. But something like pasta, rice, potatoes, again, high in carbs, but also they're the sorts of things that are going to keep you fueled on an hour-long ride like this. It's going to stave off some of that hunger when you are counting calories and on a calorie deficit, or trying to be in a calorie deficit. Things like porridge oats, pasta, rice, they're like things that are going to pack out your meal, make you feel satiated, full. And if you are your protein content added to that, so you've got enough energy to keep you going, keep the wheels, keep the engine churning, protein for your growth, and the rest. And you want to get yourself some fruit, some veg, some good stuff. Just be balanced. I mean, you can eat junk food. Just be sensible about it. If it's all junk, that's a bit funk. Mix it up. Know that you've earned it. I mean, I did say at the start of this, how many calories you think I would have burnt at the end. I've been going for 50 minutes so far. How many calories you think I would have burnt at the end of this ride, which will finish at just over an hour, maybe an hour 10. Coming up to 11 kilometers left, 6.5 miles. That's not a lot. Oh, and I do feel good. My coffee's over there still, just within reach, but just out of reach. Still warm-ish. It's warm in the cottage cottage though, so probably like a massive thermos, keeping my coffee warmer. So as I was saying earlier, I do like to make videos all cycling related. If they're not cycling related, they're motivational short videos, giving you little daily insights after I finish my morning swim. Something to keep you motivated. Don't have to follow or believe anything or everything I say, but I was talking from experience. I've got no BS to give you. I've got nothing to sell. No workout plans. Nothing to subscribe to apart from my subscriber list. But I don't want a penny from you. Just maybe like the odd video. Share the video. Share some of your experiences. I mean, what I do works for me. If you take on some of what I say, that might also work for you. It might not. We're going to be different ages. We eat different foods. We live a different life. There's all different variables. But we're all human. A calorie is a calorie. A watt is a watt. What? 10 kilometers. Do some ride-ons. It is grim, mate. It is grim. Bandana's gone. Earphone's nearly gone as well. Oh, keyboard's gone. Keyboard. I'm only sweating on it anyway. Look, there's that low winter sun. The sun's matching what it's like in the UK. I mean, look how low it is. So that's the and the Shard building in the background. So with the Zwift, it is a replica, near replica of London. But I do like, as the seasons change, they also do little tweaks to the in-game as well. So in the summer there's more flowers, sunflowers and other types of flowers. In the winter there's more snow. We've got the low sun. And they do like special treats at April 1st. Sometimes you join Zwift and they've made the bikes into tricycles, or they've given us big heads, or they've made us the dinosaurs. Little things that just make this whole cycling more engaging. Anything to keep you on that saddle a lot longer. 54 minutes, 9 kilometers. Hi Rick, thank you for joining. Why the heck do you have Lotto? Right, so I love a bargain, and I will never pay, I rarely pay full price for anything. So I bought this top, possibly on eBay, and I was guided by the price and the colours. I like the colours, I like the price even more. So I was able to get like a full like padded jersey, bib shorts and jersey, and I think I paid like £30, about €30, about $35. This was probably about 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago. So yeah, this is from your home country or something. Are you familiar with it? It's just a nice kit to me. I have no shame wearing lycra. I get it. I swim in lycra. I cycle in lycra. You don't want anything flapping about. You want something that's tight to you, not flapping about, causing wind drag. Got a certain amount of wicking to wick up that watt juice, watt perspiration, and of course the pockets at the back for your water bottle, phone, and other things. Oh, my two buddies they're leaving me. I'll catch them on this hill. So what part of the world are you from, Rick? On this hill, I'm looking to get back in front of Powerups and G Blaze. Eight kilometers left. Oh, radiance changing. 6%. Oh. This would have been the perfect place for the feather power up. I'm trying not to use all my energy. As you can see towards the end, it is just one massive climb. The Keith Hill Afterparty, that's the party bit. It's the hill climb at the end. And it does really ramp up right at the end. This might be the last bit of flat and downhill. So now it's about trying to prepare yourself for the final climb coming up in about the last 6 or so kilometers. You get a chance of a power up and to go through that arch. I'm hoping it's a feather on this occasion, because that'll just work really well on that last climb. Right, so we've got the feather, so that means we can go all out. No excuses for the last bit. I think we're about, what, 70% accurate on the guesses of the power-ups on today's ride. So we will do an overview of this ride. So thank you for Out Foxtrot, who joined the chat for the first time today. Has also completed this route on Thursday as a newbie to Zwift, so big respect to Alt Fox Trot. One for doing this, and also for like even admitting that the ride destroyed them, but still here, happy and still loving Zwift. Big shout goes out to Rick, also joining in the chat, and also a big shout out to anyone else who has joined in, maybe just observed. Lurking is perfectly fine. I am dual streaming on Twitch and also YouTube, so whichever platform you like is your live streaming platform to watch. I do dual stream, so you'll find me on both. Big shout goes out to the Twitch Degens. That's my Twitch family. We've been streaming and Zwifting as a group of degenerates. Me personally for 5 years. There's some even older veterans on there. And when I say older, I just mean in terms of experience, years on the bike and years on Zwift, but we are a whole range of ages across different countries, spread all over the world. Australia, New Zealand, Slovakia, America, Canada, Spain, Belgium. We are everywhere, and There's just too many for me to name everyone. We are everywhere. The Zwift family, so it does mean that it doesn't matter what corner of the world you are in, what hour of the clock you are looking to ride or watch people riding, you can always find someone on Twitch. There's a whole Zwift group category for you to find, but you'll find me as well as a few other fellow Zwifters. General Elos, I think he's on actually doing the Zwift Insider tiny races. There's a NorCal Racing. I've learned so much from him. He's awesome. Right, we're heading into the subway. It is time to go underground. We're going underground, so into the tube as we make our way over to Surrey Hills, to Dorking. And I kind of wish it was possible to leave like central London and get all the way to Box Hill, Dorking, in just a couple of minutes. But this is where I say it is a replica of London, but obviously they have to alter a few things. Can't be exactly the same. But I do love it that we ride through this subway. There were no underground trains coming through here, so if you was worried about my safety, there's no need to. Man's safe, innit? But yeah, so the Keithhill Afterparty is a really good route to ride, as long as you don't mind a hill climb at the end. It is relatively flat all the way. 35.5 kilometres or just over. Around about 500 metres, just under of elevation on this climb. Reasonably flat for the first 30 or so kilometres. As you can see, I've only done 183 metres of elevation. Here comes today's serious climb, coming up here now. Probably gonna try and consistently go up about 170 watts. We'll see. Turbo training is going to adjust anyway, and that doesn't look like, it looks like that's all I've got, but that's just the first 1/3 of this climb. It does continue afterwards, but you know what? You only get stronger by climbing up hills. Let's go! I'm going to save my feather for the second part of this climb. I wonder what my heart rate will end up at the top. Currently 155 and climbing. The more we talk though, the more it goes up. Still feel good though. Lots of energy. The last 5 kilometres, we've just passed the hour mark. Bit of a breather as it levels off for a little bit. Just a little bit. It's like I'm sweating out my eye. %, 2%, 1%. Oh yeah, nice and flat. The climb's ahead. Just going to enjoy this bit of a breather, like pedaling for a bit. Okay, so here's the last bit of the hard climb coming up. Let's go. 5% average gradient, 4.3 kilometers. I'm using my Powerup on that dark red bit. Oh, if I make it. Heart rate stopped working. Probably the batteries. Dead. Back again. Four kilometers, let's go. Here we go. %10 gradient. .170 heart rate. Keep the cover on the blue, then the final climb. Woo. Tiny breather. Put all that red. Might have to get out the saddle. Wish me luck. Subscribe for my pain. God. Afterparty. Oh. Endless health. A bit easier. how he had for the ride on. Got in his breather. What's good for the toilet? Back. truly cooked. It is roasting. I'm sweating like mad. I've got a kilometre left to go. I thought I'd gone. I weren't coming back, but I'm still here, cooking. Woo. Alright, let's get started. Let's also do a summary of today's ride as we're here. So this was the Keith Hill Afterparty. It is around about 36.5 kilometres long, relatively flat all the way until the end, and it's like this massive steep hill to climb of about 4.5 kilometres, average gradient of 5%, peaks at about 10-11. For most of it you're talking about 6 or 7% gradient, so the average across the 4.3 kilometres gives you a gradient of 5%. It tricks you, it makes it look as if you're coming to an end 3 times, but not quite. There's still more hill after you pass the first bit, then there's more hill after the second bit, so pace yourself. Make sure you save yourself some spare gears. And obviously fuel well, pack your water, and without your fans you will be cooking up this hill. 1 kilometre left, hour and a half. So yeah, so if you're looking for around about 70 to 100 minutes, or depending on your effort level, now you might do it a bit quicker, it might take a bit longer, but about an hour and a half is about the average time to complete this ride. Going at an average pace of about 160, 170 average watts. The climbs aren't too bad, as I say, it's mostly at the end anyway. But this gives you a solid 90 minutes of riding. So perfect for some zone 2. Nothing challenging until the end, then it's just like a nice long slog, but hills are where you will make the biggest and the best of your gains, whether that's strength, speed. Only riding flat or riding fast, I mean anybody will progress you onwards. You're going to make the biggest development, the biggest gains by riding hills. So hills aren't bad. As cyclists, we live for hills, and for every hill you suffer up, you have the benefit of enjoying the other side of the hill to ride down. So I'm absolutely going to be enjoying the ride down with my 10-minute cool down at the end of this. Just over 800 metres left to go. I do have a bath setting as well, that's why I was a little bit late back from the toilet. I will have a nice long soak, relax those muscles, pay myself back. And yeah, so I've done this route quite a few times before, and I think that bit at the end doesn't matter, even though you know it's coming, it always seems to catch you out. It is one long slog after doing 30 kilometres. So plan well, don't take this route on light-heartedly, but you will get through it, even if you have to stop for a toilet break. I'm Ken Dizzle, the Black Cyclist. You can catch me here Mondays and Thursdays live at 5 doing a workout, zone 2. Rarely I'll be doing a race, but I'm always talking Zwift tips, cycling, banter and info, fitness, swimming and anything else in between. This is just how I do. Thank you for watching, most appreciated. the last half a kilometre as I roll through to the end and then enjoy my cool down. And you can catch me either on Twitch, but mostly you'll find me on YouTube. Oh yes, I was so lively when I first started. Still finishing relatively lively. No energy left. Looking forward to dinner. Ah. No energy. There's the arch in front. Right on, dude. So what do you think the last Powerup is going to be? And also, how many calories do you think I have burned? I'll give you a clue. It's less than 1,000, more than 800. Gonna make it to the end. Make it. Gonna make it. I'm joking. I've got enough to get to the end. Here we go. I'm gonna go feather because all this hill, sometimes it has a bit of a warped sense of humour. It was what you wanted as you were suffering. So I'm going to guess a feather as we go through Keith Hill Afterparty. Boom! Dunnage. Right, so we've got some downhill to enjoy. In my controller. Oh yes. I've unlocked some bonus socks. Thanks for watching. I'm Ken Dizzle, the Black Cyclist. Super tucking away, let's go! See you soon. Oh yeah, the best thing about this is probably get to do about 2-3 kilometres downhill all the way back.